The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grande.
Construction is booming. Home building is booming. Business spending on new plants and equipment is all booming. Retailing is booming. Second quarter GDP still going to come in around 10% at an annual rate.
Unbelievable. Just unbelievable. Did anybody see the new housing numbers? It's not booming. It's contracting. It's contracting. They thought they're going to have like 1,100,000 new units, new homes built. They came in under 900,000. I told you, this home building was not like the home building we experienced during 2001 and 2006. Because they were giving everybody money. They didn't care who they were. They didn't care if they had a job. They didn't even check to see if they had a job. This was different. This is a small group of people who are moving out of the city to get away from the garbage and to get to the suburbs. These are people who had money. These people have been in their homes 10, 15 years. They had equity. Total different deal. And it's over. It's over. And if you bought a house during that time, you paid 20, 30% too much for that house. You got caught up in that. And when this market crashes, which, by the way, it is going to crash. There's no question about it. But as I said yesterday, in the meantime, as long as they keep doing stimulus, which is a life support, the boys on Wall Street hear that word stimulus. That means keeping interest rates at zero, free money. They keep buying stock. And you should too. I told you the other day, I've been keeping my members in the banks. They've been doing terrific with the banks. All the money is going into the banks, rotating out of big tech, going into the banks, going into REITs. If you just bought a little while ago the ETF for the REITs, just the ETF, never mind individual stock, you'd have up 13, 14%. The minute our chart turned green, it said to buy was a buy signal, 13%. And it still hasn't turned yellow or red to warn us money is coming out, time to take your profits. Still hasn't. We're waiting for that yellow signal and then finally the red. Oracle, big tech, not doing well. The FANG stocks, not doing well. But we went in and found perfect little stocks like Oracle. We bought Oracle, up 20%, up 20%. Our gold, mining stocks, AUI, 16%. If you bought the bank ETF, XLF, that would have been 22%, and you combine that with VNQ, you'd be up another 13%. But remember, this is a bubble. It's going to crash. But that's okay because we're going to know when to get out of these stocks. You won't. You've never known when to get out of your stock. Now, I'm just talking to you, nobody else. Did you ever know when to get out of your stock? When you lost all that money during the dot-com rally, did you know when to get out of your stock? No, you lost money. How about the housing boom, housing financial boom? Did you know when to get out? No, you lost money. Matter of fact, you lost your house. Probably one of the 9 million foreclosures. Because you don't know when to get out. See, the key in the stock market, not all these geniuses that you see on CNBC and Fox and other garbage they tell you, which is nothing but garbage. They don't tell you when to get out. I love it when they say to you, buy in the pullback, buy in the pullback. Well, exactly where on the pullback do you want me to buy? Oh, they don't tell you that, do they? They never tell you exactly where. Just buy in the pullback. Well, what if you buy in the pullback and it keeps going down, which happens a lot? You're going to lose more money. But they don't tell you that. Well, when you're with us and you buy in the pullback, we know exactly where to buy on the pullback. And we're backed up by a color-coded technology chart that gives us a color code. In the color code, the algorithms pick up where the money is. For example, when we bought Oracle, at first it was red, telling us don't buy it, do not buy it. Money, the big institutional money was coming out. Then finally started turning yellow. Tell us, wait a minute, money's starting to go back in. Finally turned green. Now, when I tell you about the green and the red, you're hearing me, you say, what is that? What's that garbage? Yellow and green sounds like a toy. It's not. It took me years to design this because over the 51 years I've been in this business and 75 years I've been on this earth, one thing I discovered, 85% of the people lose money in the stock market because they don't know when to get out of the stock. It's that simple. I said, what a shame. They don't know when to get out because you don't have time to learn. How many people actually, you see all these things on TV, come to my seminar and this seminar and that seminar. You never keep up with it. You don't have time. You have your life. Then you finally go back to your broker. He's useless. He doesn't know when to get out. He does not know when to get out of the market. Your broker doesn't know when to get out of the market. Your planner doesn't know when to get out of the market. That's not their job. Their job is to get you in the market, not out of the market. Our job is to make you money. And the first thing I always tell our people, the team here always knows one thing. I beat it in their heads all the time. If the folks that join Phil's gang don't lose money, they'll be with us for years. They just don't want to lose money. They'll be with us for years. They'll never leave. We won't have a large turnover. That's the first thing you have to do. Focus on them not losing money. And how do you do that? By making sure they know when to get out. What else? Making sure when they get out of the stock, instead of going looking for another stock, they have no clue of it. And when they do buy it, it's already up 20, 30%. So they're buying an overpriced stock. It's like going down to JCPenney, buying a suit for $300, thinking go out to the front of the JCPenney's and put it up for sale for $400. What are you, nuts? It's the same thing with stocks. You get a stock and it goes up 30%. You get out of that stock, see how it's going to go down. You go find another stock. Well, that stock's already up 30% too. No, you turn around and sell the stock short. So to make sure our people don't lose money, you got to teach them to sell short. You got to teach them not only when you get out of the market, but just think about it. When you get out of a stock, right, and you think it's going down, think how crazy it is that you just don't switch your position to make money when it's going down. Think about it. How many times have you been in a stock, you see it going down, you think, oh my God, the stock is going to go down. I got to get out. Instead of changing your position. Just flip your position. It's easy to do. If you can put on a light switch and turn a light switch off, you can do that with the stock. It's easy. It's easy. So when I look here, and during my show here, and I'm preparing for the show, and I look, we got 27. Now, this is from the day it turns green. I'm not suggesting every gang member made 10% in my gold stock, GLD, or they made 27% in my Schlumberger. That's when it turns green. That's when it turns green. Now, some people don't get in until it's already up 5% or 8%. You try to train them to get in early. But the reason they don't get in early is because they're looking at too many stocks. That's the other big problem with the stock market, why people don't make money. You're looking at too many stocks. If you just stay with the major stocks, the stocks that are with every hedge fund, every insurance company, every 401k, every bank, stay with the stocks that they're in and just have 6 of them. 6 of them. That's all you need. Because you really got 12 when you sell short. You're doubling them up. If you just stay with those same stocks, you'll always know when to get out of the stock. You can't make money when you got more than 6 stocks. Impossible. Oh, you make a hit here and here, then you get it all back. But if you just have 5, 6 stocks and you know how to short them as well as buy them, now you got consistency. And it's fun to do because you're making money both ways. Be right back. That is great. If you make money, please help St. Jude.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativeGroup.com.
License number A1900020.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Warning. Google, Apple, Microsoft, Netflix, Facebook, all these hot stocks are going to crash. They're going to drop as much as 60-70%. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Exactly what happened in the dot-com days is going to repeat itself. Remember, 85% of people lose money in the stock market because they don't know when to get out. I fixed that with my color code technology chart. It tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. That's right. Make sure you check it out. It's free for 10 days. philsgang.com. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now are the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. I hope you're staying away from the big tech stocks other than Oracle or Cisco. If you're going to buy a breakout big tech stocks, one of the FANG stocks, make sure the only one you buy, okay, is Facebook and Google. And you better put a stop underneath them when you buy them. Now, we're being told how great this economy is. Listen to this.
We also have to look at the consumers in great shape. So the consumers going back to work, their balance sheet's in great shape, home prices are up, their debt levels are low.
Unbelievable. Debt levels are low. Really? Let me tell you something. Jamie Dimon, you can tell when he lies. He opens his mouth. Jamie Dimon, who is responsible for going around and buying all the bad debts of the banks that weren't performing, and then he bundled them. He would take, let's say, 20 bad loans that weren't performing. He'd sprinkle them with about 3 or 4 good loans, and then he'd sell them. And he'd pay off the guys to hit him with a AAA rating. AAA rating. I mean, who wouldn't give Jamie Dimon, you call, give me a AAA rating. He takes those tranches, and they got all these AAA ratings when they weren't even performing. They would just sprinkle a few. He should be in jail for the rest of his life. I wouldn't listen to a thing this man says. Are you kidding me? And his bank is part of one of the biggest gangster operations in the world called the Federal Reserve, which is not federal. No more federal than Federal Express. They don't reserve anything. They're a gangster operation. They're a banking cartel. Now, you want to know the truth? The average consumer debt has hit a new record of $15 trillion. $4.2 trillion is just the credit cards, the auto loans, and the student loans, the balance of mortgages. That's right. That's right. And it also says, with all the severe economic uncertainty, the consumer continues to borrow. It continues to borrow. Unbelievable. The total outstanding U.S. consumer debt balance grew $800 billion to a record high of $14.88 trillion or $15 billion. A record high. Don't believe a thing they're saying. You know, this thing called the Federal Reserve. People have no idea what the Federal Reserve. I wish you would know. Only one president tried to get rid of it, and he was assassinated, Kennedy. Federal Reserve is one of the worst. It destroys our country, the Federal Reserve. It's unbelievable. You know, the biggest threat to this country is not Al-Qaeda, not even the COVID-19, not Russia, not even China or Korea, North Korea. The biggest threat to us is the Federal Reserve and our Congress. They're the biggest threat to our liberty. Remember, it's a privately held company. It's a banking cartel owned by the wealthiest gangsters in the world and in our country, like the Getty family, the Rothschilds, who own the Rothschild Bank of London and Berlin. And you have your banks like the Lehman Brothers and J.P. Morgan. Yes, that's right. They own part of the Federal Reserve. You have the Lazard brothers of Paris. You have the richest of the rich. They're the gangsters. You think Pelosi and Schumer or any of the Republicans, Mitch McConnell, do you think they really care about you or this country? They could care less. Make America great again. Remember that? Make America great again. That's the last thing they want to do is make America great again, because they don't make money by making America great again. By putting you in debt and the government interfering with our lives makes them wealthy. They opposed making America great again. That's not what the Federal Reserve is there for, to make America great again. When you have a few powerful men controlling and originating the printing of money through a gangster operation, a cartel of banks, the Federal Reserve, i.e. a central bank, remember, they become the absolute master of all our industry, all our commerce, and become the sole and complete authority over our economy. And now, if most people, you go on the street and ask what's the, they have no idea what it is. They have no idea how it's destroying them and destroying this country, so they get rich, not Main Street. I get a laugh when they tell us how strong the consumer is. Really? They become our absolute master. That's what you hear me say all the time, our owners. That's what they are. They're our owners. They control Congress. They control the laws. When there is a law written, Congress doesn't write it. The senator or the congressman, he doesn't have a team that sits there at night writing it. The oil companies, the agricultural companies, the pharmaceutical companies, they have teams that come in and write the bills. And they just give a check to Pelosi or whoever, Schumer or Mr. McConnell. So all they want to do is enrich themselves and their banking cartel, the CEOs and their biggest shareholders and their partners on Wall Street. And that's it. Not you, not the company. They don't try to make a company better. They don't try to make you better. And the consequences are terrible. What we're seeing right now, one of the worst periods of inflation, which they are covering up, which they are masking. We are in a terrible period of inflation. Our inflation isn't 2%. How many years have we been hearing, we're keeping our inflation just under 2%, our target just under 2%. Our inflation is double digit. It's near 20%. No, they're not here to help us. We have to help ourselves. And I'll help you through the stock market. Be right back. Have some good stocks when I come back too.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
When the markets open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day?
That's unacceptable. African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
With the PhilsGang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at PhilsGang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At PhilsGang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And PhilsGang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the PhilsGang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at PhilsGang.com. That's PhilsGang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com. Hi, I'm Phil Grain at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
When you have 600,000 jobs that were created last month and almost 2 million since just the beginning of this year, this is the beginning of what I think is a strong economic recovery.
Wait a minute. You know, when they tell us they had 2 million, I heard them say the other day, I created 2 million new jobs. No, you didn't. You didn't create 2 million new jobs. Those were jobs. When they shut the economy down, your job goes with it. You go home. When they open the economy, you go back to work. That's not a new job. This is amazing. They've crafted this thing. Oh, and by the way, do you know that the Federal Reserve, the banks, are the biggest shareholders in our media? Where they control CNBC, ABC, the big national, multinational media companies. They control them. And if they don't like what's being said, you get fired. That's why all the media companies, remember that big push against Trump? I don't care if you're a Democrat or Republican, you got to all remember that, right? Big push against Trump. That's because they hated Trump because they don't want a strong America. That's not what the Federal Reserve is about, having a strong America. They want one big country controlled by the UN. I know it sounds crazy, but that's exactly what they've wanted for years. So they don't want a greater America. That's not what they want. Isn't that amazing? They just think about what they are. They're a private credit monopoly. And they prey upon the guy on Main Street. They do nothing for the guy on Main Street. Everything they do is for themselves. They're a predator. They're a predator moneylender. It's unbelievable. The Federal Reserve is an evil operation. And people don't even know that. They have no idea. It's an evil operation. They're not there to make your life better. I mean, there's no group of people, a cartel, that is more entrenched in power than our owners of the Federal Reserve. They are a huge monopoly. You know, they have robbed this country of so much money. If we didn't have them, we wouldn't have any national debt. We'd have enough money to pay it off. It's unbelievable. Congress, they own Congress. And our Congress has permitted the Federal Reserve to steal from the people. And when Kennedy was president and he wanted all that money restored and get rid of the printing machine, remember, the printing machine is all illegal. They got the printing machine through bribing members of Congress. The only people that print money is the government. And Kennedy wanted to shut that down, get the printing machine back, and have Congress print. Because isn't it silly? They print money. They print money, and we have to pay for the printing of money. We, the taxpayer, pays for the money they print. And when they take money and speculate, the Federal Reserve, and they speculate in a big deal and they lose, we pick up the losses. But when they win, they keep the winnings and spread it among themselves. What are you, nuts? This is crazy. People have no idea what the Federal Reserve is doing. And they love inflation. They love inflation. So you just got to be in the right stocks at the right time. And you got to know when to get out of the stock. That's all you got to do. You know, when do I get out of that stock? That's it. These are incredible people. Imagine we have to pay them to print money. We should control the printing machine. Print as much money as we want. And we shouldn't have to pay anybody anything. It's our printing machine. As I said, Kennedy tried it. Matter of fact, he issued on June 4th, 1963, an executive order 1110. The first time since 1913 anyone tried to stop the Federal Reserve. 5 months later, he was dead. He was assassinated. Because Fed's an illegal operation. Their idea is to create debt, which means more profit for the Federal Reserve. They're not there to help you. You think Schumer and Pelosi or McConnell there to help you? More debt, more profits. Did you know that Pelosi and her husband, they have shares in the Federal Reserve? That's right. Unbelievable. The Federal Reserve, these banksters, were responsible for the beginning and the continuation of World War I, World War II, Korea, Vietnam, and then later on Afghanistan, Iraq. Because they make money financing the wars. See, when we had to have a dollar, they had to have a dollar of gold for a dollar they printed. They had to stop printing money. When they printed money, they had to have a dollar of gold. And finally, they ran out of gold. So they couldn't print any more money. That's why money was valuable. But when they got rid of that gold, they could print as much money they want, make all the money they want. So the Fed's goal is to force us, in the end, to be a cashless society, which that they have done, and to create a one world government through the United Nations, headed by who? The Federal Reserve. Now what that means? We lose our rights under our Constitution, under our Bill of Rights. See, the Fed, their objective is to get nationalism out of our head. That's why they hated Trump. Make America great again. That just burned them up. And because they controlled the media, they can control the opinion, the sentiment. See, they believe that patriotism, such as make America great again, works counter to their goal, a one world government. So I don't want to keep going on about the Federal Reserve. They're evil. My point is, they're not there to help you. Pelosi's not there to help you. Congress is not there to help you. Those congressmen, most of them are cowards. Pelosi says, okay, this is the committee you're going to be on or not on. If you go against her, you end up with some committee, how dogs study how dogs find fleas. If you can go with her, then you get to the top committees. So even good men are afraid of her. They won't express their opinion. So you got to take responsibility for your own future, your own economic future. Do not listen to CNBC and Fox and these people. They're not on your side. They're on the side of the Federal Reserve. Because remember who they work for, the Federal Reserve. Because the Federal Reserve has major stock in Fox, CNBC, ABC, all of them. So all you need to do to make your life simple is just follow the money. And right now, if you're following the money in the REITs and you're following the money in the banks, all you got to know is when to get out. And that's where we come in. So why don't you join the gang? It's free, for heaven's sakes, for 10 days. And you'll see what a difference we make. Big difference in your investing. We really do. At the end of 10 days, we don't, get rid of us.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Thinking about investing in the stock market? Go to philsgang.com, where we have over 50 years experience in trading and investing in the stock market. Phil's Gang teaches you how to make profits in the market with stock chart analysis, up-to-the-minute alerts, and always keeping you informed with professional guidance in long and short-term positions. Go to philsgang.com or call one of our professional staff to answer your questions. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Stop wondering about your financial future and start doing something about it.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Why pay thousands of dollars for a weekend seminar when for only $39.95 a month? philsgang.com provides all the daily market investing information you need to make profits in the stock market. With over 40 years of investing experience, only Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team provide daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market updates, all the investing educational videos you can imagine. Don't hesitate to learn, invest, and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Businesses are facing rising costs of labor and raw goods, and they're having to make decisions about whether and how to pass that on to the consumer. So we're talking about shrinkflation, which consumer experts say it happens all the time. It's when you pay the same for a product, but you're getting just a little bit less.
A little less? Are you kidding me? Or go buy a bag of potato chips? Oh, my Lord. Half the bag is air. It's all air. Ridiculous. Look. St. Jude needs money. We've been supporting St. Jude now for 22 years? More than that. Greatest organization. I mean, they're a true research hospital. Nothing like St. Jude. So my deal was I'll go on the radio. I'll start a radio show, and I'm going to raise money for St. Jude. Because I understand cancer. My son had cancer. That's brutal. It's an awful thing. And so, but we can't raise money for St. Jude unless we make our gang members money. When we make them money, they're generous. They will send money to St. Jude. Now, they don't send us the money directly. They send it directly to St. Jude. So we don't know how much they give. Because we don't put anybody in a position. I hope Phil knows I just gave $10 or I gave $100. We don't know. But according to St. Jude, a boatload. In fact, Mary Tyler Moore comes on our, not Mary Tyler Moore, comes on our show every year, Thomas. So the only way we can help is to reach out to you and say, look, we got a better way. Because if you're on your own or you're working within the system, you can't make money because the system is against you. Yeah, Marla Thomas. Every Christmas she comes on our show. But we have a system that works. Because if you go to the system, listening to the Fox and the CNBCs and all that garbage, you can't. You can't make money. Only the big guys make money. because you don't know when to get out of the market. First of all, you have too many stocks. You shouldn't have any more than 5-6 stocks. Professionals, 85% of their money comes from 5 or 6 stocks. That's it. But these are major stocks. Like if you take our portfolio. Now these stocks, and every day we post these stocks, and Steve, who's the head of our education department, posts them, and he does a video on every one of them. So they know exactly what to do. My portfolio is 5, well actually 6. The Spiders, Apple, Intel, Caterpillar, Goldman Sachs, and Schlumberger. That's all you need. Those stocks are in everybody's portfolio. Everybody's 401k. Everybody's hedge fund. Every insurance company. So, why do you need more than that? Oh, I see. You're looking for the hot stock. There's no such thing as the hot stock. A stock is not hot or cold. If it's a popular stock, money finds it. Money goes to it. Then you just got to sit back and wait for the buy signal or to sell short signal. So I designed a platform, if you will, a color-coded technology we applied to it, where the color turns. First, if I'm buying, for example, I'm buying a Caterpillar. Well, let's take Intel. That's a good one. Now, Intel is red right now, and Intel has been beaten down. Intel dropped from $68 down to around $54. That's an opportunity. That's a 20% correction. That's great news. Now, it's still red. Now, Intel is in everybody's portfolio, Wall Street portfolio. So what we do is we sit here and we wait now until it turns yellow. That tells us money is starting to come in. Then when it turns green, it's telling us then they're committed to the stock to put more money in it. And then my members do. And then every day we tell you what to do with your stock. Either my 5 stocks or 6 stocks or Steve's Working Investors. He has like if you join the gang free for 10 days, you go to philsgang.com and see where it says Working Investors, and that's where you sign up. And the Working Investor Group, same thing. Every day he posts at 2 o'clock, tell you exactly what to do. Give you an example.
AU, you can add again. Now we added yesterday. Today you can add some more.
Now, who else? Does anybody ever tell you when to add to your stock or take away from your stock or to sell it short or to get out and run like hell? No. They tell you when it starts going down, cost average down, buy more of it. What are you, nuts? Look, if all you did was say, I'm just going to go to the Dow 30 stocks and I'm going to pick 5 of the most popular stocks in the Dow 30. And that's all you did is follow those stocks. Nothing else. Just follow those stocks with a color-coded chart. When it tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to run like hell, and better yet, when to sell short. And I'm not here to sell you that. You're going to sell yourself because you're going to use it for 10 days free. Here, give me an example. Let's take Johnson & Johnson. Now, Johnson & Johnson, this turned green on March 19th from red. March 19th. And that was about $159. She went up to $171. A nice 7% return. But my members knew when to get out as it turned red. Now see, that's the advantage. You're not going to know when to get out of Johnson & Johnson. But here's what's better. Not only did we get out of Johnson & Johnson, we switched our position. We're now short. We are now selling it short, making money on the way down. That's how you make money. You stay with few stocks, but the very popular stocks that all the institutional money is in, And then you follow that money. And we have the tool for you to do it. That's how you're going to do well. You think the Congress is here to help you? You think the Federal Reserve is here to help you? They could care less about you. You really think Mitch McConnell likes you? That grumpy old fart? How about Pelosi, the mad woman, the crazy woman, and the biggest crook of all, Schumer? You think they're there to help you? You think they stay awake at night? How can we help the people in America? What are you? They're part of the Federal Reserve. Under the Federal Reserve, you got to get to understand the Federal Reserve Bank Act. Our Congress, who's so crooked, gave them the power. A private group of people, the elitists, the wealthiest people in the world, gave them the power to control our economy. They create the bubbles. These bubbles just don't show up. You think the bubble, the dot-com bubble, just showed up? Do you think the housing bubble and finance bubble just showed up and then busted? Do you think the QE bubble or now just showed up and is going to bust? They're designed. That's how they make money. That's how Wall Street makes money, creating bubbles and busting them. The Federal Reserve controls the bubbles because they control the money. They control the interest rates. They do what they want to do. They control our economy. So if you think you're going to make money by listening to CNBC or Fox Business or any of them, you're out of your mind. What are you, nuts? The Fed controls interest rates and the amount of money in the economy and the value of that money. You think we can trust them when these banksters are now pushing for a one world government? Look, join my gang free for 10 days. We'll have some fun, and you're going to say, God, why did I learn how to short long ago? What a difference does it make? And now I know how to get out of a stock, when to get out of a stock. Check it out, philsgang.com. Go where it says Working Investors, sign up, 10 days free.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.